Willie has been out here in the Texas weather for a long, long time. This statue was born in the middle of the 1920s when the Rice Board of Trustees began talking about commissioning a sculpture of the founder just to honor his contributions that in essence made this institution possible. First consulted with the architect of the early buildings, Ralph Adams Cram, and asked him to help find an artist who was capable of a project of this scope and size. Cram immediately knew who he wanted. It was an English-born ecclesiastical sculptor named John Angel. He accepted the commission in 1927. He worked on the project for over 2 years. The statue was unveiled and dedicated the night before the 15th commencement at Rice, June 8th, 1930. Ever since that day, this statue has been an integral part of the life of the campus. It's traditionally the place where commencement begins with a laying of the wreath at the memorial to the founder. It's famously the subject of the greatest, most sophisticated prank in the history of the institution when in the spring of 1988, a group of Rice engineering students turned him around to face the library. And it's a gathering spot to this day for all kinds of student activities and a meeting spot. This statue has been here for a long time and playing sort of an important role in the culture of the campus for a very long time. Every decade or so, he needs a bit of a facelift and a cleanup.
Well, we are cleaning up Willie. He needs some tender loving care sometimes. It's sort of the centerpiece of the quad and of the whole university in a sense. And so we want to keep him nice, and especially right now we are coming up to the Centennial, so we want to make sure that he's spiffed up for that.
A long time has passed now, and a long time is coming in the future. And as long as this is here, there's a tangible reminder of where the institution came from and the generosity that made it possible. One of the things you hear people say is that Willie's ashes are actually buried in the pedestal of the statue, and it turns out that that's true. After he died, after his murder in 1900, his ashes were kept by the mortuary in New York, and they were later moved by the trustees to a vault here in Houston. And when the statue was commissioned and the pedestal was erected, they gave it to a man named A.B. Cohn, who had actually been one of Mr. Rice's closest business associates in Texas, who worked for him as his assistant, and then worked as the assistant secretary to the Rice Institute after Mr. Rice's death, gave him the ashes to put inside the pedestal. And so this is in fact the final resting place of William Marsh Rice.